Join me as I take on the challenge of loving my enemies for a whole week. Can I really do it? Loving our enemies is a concept that's often easier said than done. We live in a world where retaliation and revenge seem to be the norm. But Jesus teaches us that loving our enemies is not only possible, but it's also essential for our own healing and growth. It's a radical way of living that challenges our natural instincts and forces us to look beyond our own pain and hurt. When someone wrongs us, our initial reaction is often to lash out or shut down. We feel justified in our anger and resentment. But as we hold on to those feelings, they can consume us, making it harder to move forward. I've been there too, feeling hurt, angry, and resentful towards someone who wronged me. It's a heavy burden to carry, and it can affect every area of our lives. The struggle to forgive and love our enemies is real. It takes effort and intentionality to shift our focus away from our own pain and towards the well-being of others. But what if I told you that it's possible to break free from that cycle of hurt and anger? Jesus shows us that there's a better way, a way of love, compassion, and forgiveness. As we try to love our enemies, we'll face opposition from within and without. But Jesus is clear. Loving our enemies is not optional. It's a command. And it's in that command that we find true freedom. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus teaches us to love our enemies and pray for those who persecute us. He shows us that love can transform relationships and communities. Think about it. When we choose to love someone who wronged us, we're not only changing our own hearts, but we're also creating a ripple effect of love that can spread far and wide. One powerful example of this is the story of Corrie ten Boom, a Dutch woman who forgave a Nazi guard who had brutally treated her and her sister during World War II. Her story is a testament to the life-changing effects of loving one's enemies. After the war, Corrie met the guard again and chose to forgive him, extending love and compassion to someone who had caused her so much pain. Corrie's story is not an isolated incident. There are countless others who have chosen to love their enemies, and in doing so have found healing and restoration. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past, but it does allow us to see it in a new light. When we choose to love our enemies, we're not condoning their actions, but we're choosing to release the hold they have on us. The impact of loving our enemies goes beyond our own personal lives. It has the power to transform communities and societies. When we choose to love and forgive, we're creating a culture of compassion and understanding. So, what would happen if we all chose to love our enemies? In conclusion, loving our enemies is not easy, but it's essential for our own healing and growth. It's a choice that can transform our lives and the lives of those around us. As we reflect on this teaching of Jesus, I encourage you to think about one area in your life where you can choose to love your enemy. If this video has inspired you to think differently about loving your enemies, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What are your thoughts on this radical way of living? Also, be sure to check out our next video, The Power of Forgiveness, How to Let Go of Hurt and Anger.